Hey guys, this is Alan from Plangora, and I wanted to walk you guys through a little bit more about how Serum works. What I find very interesting is that it does have a plugin system, and there's some pretty cool plugins that can probably be made for this. For right now, I just wanted to kind of walk through how to actually add a plugin and show you a pretty interesting plugin that could be useful for most websites. And that's pretty much it for today, and I think maybe in the future I may go into how to actually create your own plugin if you actually wanted to. So, but for the first time, let's just show you how to actually add a plugin. So here we go. Now within Serum, they have this Serum EXS, which is going to be at the root of your project. And within here, this is how you actually configure Serum. And you can see it's basically an Elixir map with some add-in keys for things like that. So you can change, of course, the name of the site. You can change the description, things and so forth. I'll probably go into this a little bit later on. But in this case, we're just going to be adding a single plugin. And so you can see there's already a plugin that's already being used, and that's the Live Reloader. That's the thing that runs, so as soon as you make a change to the file system, it's going to automatically refresh the website for you, so you can see the changes that happen as you're developing. And you can see it's only being used within development mode, so not when you actually compile your app to a static website. Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to actually add the plugin. So this one is part of Serum itself, so Serum plugins, and it's called Preview Generator. Now what this plugin does is actually gives you kind of like the beginning part of that blog, so that way you can kind of show like a preview basically to that blog. And let's just go ahead and let's turn on the server so we can take a look and actually see what it looks like. So I'm going to run mix serum server. And now everything is running. So now if I switch over to Firefox, so here's my app. If I refresh, everything's over here. And I run the post. Now you see over here, I clicked on post, but there's no change, right? We don't see any kind of preview happening over here. That's because we actually have to go back to our template. So in this list HTML EAX, I'm just going to add, there's a sub, so basically, like a subscript, and I'm going to use that to style it up. And so the way you get to that is you take this X, which is basically part of your post. There's an extras part to it, and here there's a string, and it's called summary. And that should work. Let's make sure I got it all correct. Sorry, it's not summary. It's called preview, of course. And you'll see as soon as I hit on preview, you'll see over here that things came up. So all I had to do was just basically add this sub over here, add the extras preview, and then of course add the tag. So this is how you get to it. There's just that extras that has some extra information, and the preview is just a preview of that text over here. If you go back to Firefox, you'll see there is my preview. Now by default, the preview is just showing the very, very first paragraph. Now you can do other things too. We can actually configure this to show just a couple of characters, right? Or even a couple of paragraphs. So in this case, I'm just going to take it down to, let's just show like 10 characters, right? So if we go back to our code over here, we go back over to here, we can actually configure this. So you just need to wrap this in a tuple. And then finally you have to add args. And for the args, all you will need is just to set the length. And we could say, just give me the first 10 characters. Now as soon as I save this, and I have to flip back over to Firefox, you will see that we're only getting the first 10 characters from each one. So that's just a really cool thing. So if you wanted to show just either the first paragraph or the first couple of characters, and then kind of put a dot, dot, dot ellipsis at the end to kind of give people an idea about what this whole thing is about, you can do that, right? So I thought this is really, really cool. And actually I'm thinking to use this within my next static website that I'm looking to build. So this is Alan from Plangora. Please subscribe if you haven't. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks. Bye. Hi. Please feel free to ask us any questions about Elixir, Flutter, or anything else in programming. Here's our YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We'll answer your questions every Friday. Ya mantai ke dak man all. Yo wenti jita wenwo